Alright, welcome back, and it's time to compare the latest Merkava Mk.2B to some of the tier 8 normal platoons, normal vehicles. Now I've heard this a lot, Merkava 2B equals pay to win. I kind of wanted to put that to the test to see if that's legitimately the issue. So I will be using normal vehicles today as well as the Merkava Mk.2B, and we will see if there is any big difference in these two vehicles' performance. So this is the Merkava Mk.2B. Now one thing I have to mention right away, I am not a big fan of a lot of these vehicles being yeeted right into the special premium platoon or the big box platoon. I'm not a big fan of that. I would love to see more normal vehicles added. I think the TechTree will fix that, but again, we will see what will happen with that. So, I'll be driving the Leopards today, and that kind of reminded me on the Leopard 1A5. Now, the Leopard 1A5 did get DM33. This vehicle was actually buffed some time ago. It's pretty much the same Leopard that we all know, very fast, very mobile, excellent main cannon, and fantastic ammo. This is probably one of the best tier 8 vehicles in the game, and it's a normal vehicle as well. It will have the same ammo type as the Merkava Mk.2B. The only difference is this vehicle is much more mobile, much faster. The Merkava does have much more armor, but at the same time it is definitely not nearly as fast as a Leopard. Both of the vehicles do have different overall gameplay. Merkava is kind of meant to go front line, to be a sniping vehicle, a chunky sniping vehicle. The Leopard is more mobile, meant for sniping and for flanking. Here you can take a look at the Merkava stats. The only thing that the Merkava does have an advantage of here is the armor, and that's pretty much it. Here you can take a look at the ammo. Hit 400mm, you have dual APFSDS shells, the DM33 equivalent penetrates up to 410mm, which is the same value that we see on the Leopard 1A5, same amount of penetration and same heat penetration as well. Now the OF this is a bit different. The OF doesn't have a DM33, but the other vehicle in the platoon does get the ammo. 410mm, hit is 400mm, so yeah, we have the equivalent ammo penetration on both of these two vehicles, so you can expect the same performance. They have the same main weapon caliber, 105mm, so we will see how these two vehicles will perform, and well, I'll start with the Leopard 1A5. Now, personally, I've been driving all the vehicles in the game, and I don't think there has ever been a moment where I blamed the vehicle for my fail. Always when I fail because I miss, I fail because I didn't aim properly, or I fail because lag, or I get snailed. It's one of these 4 or 5 things that I mentioned, but I never really blamed pay to win for my fail, because it's kinda silly in this game. Especially, I mean, it doesn't matter what tank I use. I can drive a Weasel, I will still do well with it. In this game, at the end of the day, it really means how you play the tank, not what tank you play. So, can I get a good score with a normal TechTree vehicle or a normal platoon vehicle? Well, okay, that's what I'm about to do. So that's a boomstick. Yeah, that's a boomstick artillery, so I have to be careful with that. Leopard's advantage is in its speed, mobility, and a very powerful main cannon. Some vehicles are designed to be used for flanking, some vehicles are designed to be slow, to go frontline, and to basically be vehicles that are meant to take hits. Some vehicles are meant to be used in a smart way, to, as I mentioned before, to flank, to move around. Leopard is one such vehicle. perfect for sniping, perfect for flanking, excellent maneuverability, and this vehicle is built in a way to not get hit. If you rely on armor of the Leopard, on any Leopard, you are doing it wrong. You can't rely on armor on the Leopard. Actually, you cannot rely on the armor on any vehicle in top tier. Doesn't matter if it's a Merkava or a Leopard, you should not be relying on the armor. And that includes the Merkava, because ATGMs, this Leopard can punch through the frontal plate, through the engine to the Merkava. So counters exist, and I still don't understand why I have to mention that. I think most of us, well, 99% of us know that, but here I am talking about it because I don't know. I don't really understand why I decided to talk about it, but here I am. I think enough needs to be said, once and for all, to just make things clear. And we are at 4 destroyed vehicles already with the Leopard 1A5. Honestly, for me, it doesn't really seem much of a difference between the Leopard and the Merkava when it comes to performance. I play the vehicles the same way. I treat the vehicles the same way. Doesn't matter if it's 340mm of penetration or 410. Doesn't matter if it's DM23 or DM33. In top tier, anything will penetrate anyways, so the amount of penetration may play a role in certain occasions, but it is not something that is going to make too much of a difference. Sometimes high explosive with 60mm of penetration will do more damage than a PFSDS shells with 10 times more. And this is a sweet little position right here. Oh look, a Conqueror. And the only difference is in the armor between the Merkava and between the Leopard. With the Leopard you should not be taking hits, and hold down works really well with the Leopard. The turret can take some hits. With the Merkava, hold down is also a good idea, and the turret can take hits. The only difference is the Merkava's turret is much tougher. And yes, I do agree that some of these vehicles should not be premiums. I mentioned that in one of the last videos where I talked about that issue. In particular, with some of the recent vehicles, when we look at the TechTree, well, not the TechTree but the platoon system, and if we were to include TechTree, yeah, we run into some problems. We run into some big problems actually. There is no denying it, so I talked about that before. It's a valid problem. I like to focus on valid problems, not on solved, I want to focus on, personal things like, oh, I don't like this tank, or it must be paid to win. No, that's the wrong way to handle things. I am all in for a good conversation, and all in for proper feedback, but it needs to be proper feedback, like what I mentioned before, the TechTree. Some tanks that are premium should not be premium, and once the TechTree is up, if those vehicles are not added to the TechTree, it will create some very weird gaps within the system, within the overall system. So that's what needs to be focused on, not pay to win. I mean, pay to win, really, like me who plays premiums pretty much every day, I get destroyed by non-premiums also every day. Where are my guaranteed victories if the vehicles are indeed paid to win? Like, it makes no sense. It really makes absolute no sense. Borderline, if the Merkava was like tier 5 or 6, yeah, I would agree, but it's not. It's tier 8, and you get same shells in that tier as well. So it's a very, while I don't agree Merkava being a premium, the new one, I can't call it pay to win, because I play that thing for a couple days now, and let me tell you, I don't really win every match. So yeah, it's a really dumb take to call it pay to win. At least at the moment. I don't know if they'll, you know, make an actual pay-to-win platoon or tank in the future, but at the moment it doesn't really seem that way to me, because I legitimately played the vehicle and it's like any other tank, really. And 10 destroyed vehicles with the Leopard 1A5. A very good score. So, where are the problems that I should encounter with a normal platoon? I don't see any. And I outperformed literally every single premium on both teams with a non-premium. So, again, where's the pay to win? Like, I don't get it. Doesn't matter what tank I use, premium or non-premium, I'll still get a good score, because at the end of the day, it matters how you play the vehicle, not the vehicle itself. So I don't know. I mean, that's how many boomsticks were that on both teams, like 5. Anyway, let's take the Merkava and let's see if I get a better score. I mean, you know, if this thing were really pay to win, I should just go straight forward in the middle of the map and just be able to destroy everything, and you know, get 15 destroyed vehicles and call it a day. But that doesn't happen. If I do that, I get yeeted. Let me tell you, I get yeeted often in this vehicle. So again, and I think I play it well. Like, if I were to go on the leaderboard aspect of things, top 1% pretty much every month. So I think I play decently. So I don't really understand the whole pay to win thing. And yeah, I should be dead now, but for some reason, why are these tanks not shooting at my weak spot? Like, when you have a Merkava angled like this, you don't shoot at the front. Like, avoid shooting at the front. If you shoot at the front, the engine will eat the shell. The ammo of this vehicle is pretty much below the turret at the back. Not entirely at the back, but at the 2/3 at the back of the vehicle. That's where the ammo is. If you hit the Merkava there, Mark 1 or Mark 2, the turret just pops off. It's very easy to handle these things. You can even do it the other way. Shoot the turret, below the turret of the Merkava. The shell can bounce off the mantlet into the hull, a trap shot basically, and go into the crew compartment, hitting the ammo as well. That works. You can also use high explosive. You can pretty much overpressure the Merkava with any type of decently decently sized hash shell, like 120 millimeters. Can overpressure the Merkava if you hit the commander's hatch of this vehicle. There's just a million other ways to destroy the vehicle. Artillery kills it. Bombs destroyed. Revenge bomber bombs destroyed. Missiles destroyed. ATGMs destroyed. With the ATGM, you shoot the Merkava between the turret and the hull. Preferably aim below the main gun. You hit that thing with a ATGM in that spot, it pops. Mark 1 or Mark 2. Very easy to do that. I've been doing it for weeks, months with the Merkava Mark 1. Or you can do it even the harder way. If you really want to do it the harder way, sure, you can just shoot the vehicle in the low plate, immobilize it, shoot the main gun, prevent the Merkava from shooting, and then flank it, because the Merkava is slow and it can't, you know, it can't repair it unless it's stationary, and flank it and shoot the side and it just pops. So, you know, for the BMP1 platoon, I kind of did understand why players were mad, because that's if you ask me, the BMP1 is borderline like getting there to the pay to win aspect of things. But Merkava, like, really? I don't struggle with this thing. It's very easy to handle these vehicles. And I'm on the right path to get a better score with the Leopard than with the Merkava. Again, I don't really see how... If it were pay to win, I would be rolling 10 destroyed vehicles now. Like, it would be a breeze, yet it's not a breeze. Also, this thing is slow. It's definitely not fast. It doesn't have the same turn speed. It doesn't have a good neutral turn speed. It is clunky to drive. It has armor, yes, it has a good engine at the front, absorbing shells, yes, but it's not immortal, like there is no vehicle that is immortal. I did play the Merkava Mark 1 a lot. I mean, I have 1,000 battles with it, so Mark 2 feels natural to me. And as I mentioned before, at the end of the day, if someone can't play the vehicle well, it will not perform well. It really does depend on the player, on the performance of the tank, of the vehicle. I did better with the Leopard 1A5 than with the Merkava. And I played battles I played a bunch of battles, I took the best ones. I basically took the best ones for the video, as I usually do. I always pick the best example on both vehicles. And yeah, I mean, 6 destroyed vehicles. We will take a look at the score as well. It's definitely, yeah, the score is not anywhere near the Leopard 1A5. And yeah, that was the Merkava Mark 2B versus the Leopard 1A5, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe, and with that, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.